7:30. Today it was announced that Western North Carolina is officially back open for business. Officials with the Department of Transportation say the essential-only travel ban in the western part of the state has been lifted. But it's asking drivers to take your time and plan for slowdowns. Take a look at the map right here from DOT. It shows the roads impacted by Hurricane Helene. It looks like a lot, but crews have gotten a decent amount of work done. But you can see it is going to take some time to get it all free-flowing again. This morning, Governor Roy Cooper said of the 1,200 roads that were closed after the storm, the state has reopened more than 750 of them. Cooper says more than 2,000 employees are working to clear the roads using 900 pieces of heavy equipment, along with hundreds of contractors. Now, one of the major closures in the state is the Blue Ridge Parkway. Right now, the entire North Carolina section of the parkway remains closed. According to the National Park Service, crews are working to clear thousands of downed trees and other debris. Pictures posted online show the damage and the washed out roads. Many areas remain unsafe due to remaining hazards like weakened roadways and unstable slopes. And remember, the Blue Ridge Parkway, boy, that is a big money maker, especially this time of year. We can show you some of the numbers right here. These are from 2022. More than 15 million people drove along the parkway that year, spending more than $1.3 billion. That supported close to 18,000 jobs, adding more than $1.7 billion to our economy. So crews understand the pressure of getting it back open. We spoke with a representative from the National Park Service today to learn more about how the cleanup and repairs are going.
Just for context sake, roughly 175 miles of Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. How much of that was damaged?
There was pretty widespread damage across the parkway. We had nearly 3 dozen landslides across the road and tens of thousands of trees down. There was certainly more damage in North Carolina than there was in Virginia. And it is spread out all throughout the parkway. We have about 400 staff that have come out to assist on the recovery effort. And that's folks with chainsaws, that's heavy equipment. It's a lot of different people doing different things. There are a couple areas where the landslides have caused substantial structural damage to the road, and we're still assessing what that looks like and how we're going to go about opening those areas. Also a vital artery for the community, and we're trying to reopen sections that provide connectivity to schools and hospitals and for people to get back and forth in their daily lives.
That's the important part of this. Isn't just a tourist road, right? To go look at the leaves in the fall. It's an artery for so many.
Absolutely, and it's a huge connection artery for a lot of different communities because, as you say, it runs nearly 469 miles through Virginia and North Carolina, and it's a primary source of transportation for folks to just get around.
Talk about sort of the plan going forward here in North Carolina. Are you going to open it by sections? Do you have to have do you want to open the whole thing from beginning to end? What are you thinking now?
I don't think it was going to open from beginning to end, at least initially. Right now, we're focusing on specific sections in North Carolina that we think we can open pretty quickly. And then again, with a focus on providing that community connectivity to where folks need it for schools and for hospitals and medical care and those types of things. We're working closely with community partners and elected officials to identify priorities and looking at areas of the parkway that we can get back open. We recognize the need from the community to have this artery for transportation and for commerce and for medical care. And that's our priority right now, is focusing on those areas.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and we wish safety for all those who are, trying to get through this very difficult time. Nauman Horn, National Park Service. Thank you, sir.
We wanted to ask a few more questions, but we're having some trouble with the bandwidth for obvious reasons up there in the mountains. Picture kept breaking up, but he did want us to share this warning. Do not drive around the safety barriers. It says rangers are seeing an increase of visitors entering closed areas and just disregarding those safety barriers. Rangers will begin enforcing closure violations and issuing citations as necessary. It's just not safe. Don't do it.